from the betting capital of the world, giving raw and real breakdowns of mixed martial arts and recapping UFC events like no one else, with producer Martin on the ones and twos and combat sports betting expert Effie. You're listening to Any Action Sportscast. Any Action Sportscast. So put your headphones on and let's take this podcast.
Welcome back to the number one sportscast in the world, where we give full card predictions and a betting breakdown. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn on those post notifications and share this video as well. UFC Perez, Gane versus Tuivasa. I'm looking forward to breaking down this card.
You heard that right, guys. Corporate's in town. The big goods are in town because we're on a 3-week losing streak. That is producer Martin. You here on the ones and twos. Shout out to my boy. What's good?
Oh my gosh, Claw.
We're coming in for a huge UFC fight night in Paris, and let's get right into the card. No more talking. We gotta get this winning streak on the track. Right? Start winning. What's up, bro? Who you got in the first fight?
First up on the card, we're gonna start in the preliminary card. Stephanie Egger breaking off this card with Ailin Perez.
Yeah, dude, and the line is crazy to me. It's crazy that Stephanie Egger is a minus 300 favorite. I mean, I get it. Perez is making her UFC debut, and she's fought absolutely nobody, bro. I was watching tape on her, and, dude, like, it's bad, bro. Like, I think out of 8 of her professional wins, only 5 opponents had a winning record that she fought. It's absolutely insane. Whereas Egger, she's taking this on short notice, bro. She's really old compared to this opponent. And, obviously everyone knows Stephanie Egger is a great judo player, great credentials there. And I really like her as, an MMA fighter. She's way better than this girl. This girl is unproven, hasn't fought anyone, making her UFC debut. But I will say this, dude, she fought this is going to be 3 weeks ago that Egger fought. And she got tapped out via armbar in the first round where no one saw the tap. It's kind of a weird fight. And the fact that it is short notice, that quick turnaround, in a fight where she didn't take that much damage, is a little bit of a iffy, kind of pushing me off the fight. Because I do think Egger wins this fight pretty clearly, man. I think she's going to dominate this fight. And I will say this is at 145, and both these girls usually fight at 135. And I think it's at 145 due to the fact that she took it short notice. So yeah, man, picks clear here. Stephanie Egger.
Next up in the bantamweight division, we have Khalid Taha, 13-4, the slight favorite at minus 140 versus Cristian Quinonez, 16-3 at a near plus 120.
Now we have another UFC debutant. It's going to be a common thing throughout this card. Quinonez is taking this fight for his UFC debut. Taha's original opponent got taken off the card. Now, guys, I am going with Taha, but I'm not that confident. Quinonez is a good striker. He has good leg kicks. He's a young fighter. But, guys, he's fighting out of Mexico. He was scheduled to fight Youssef Zalal, I think it was 2 cards ago. So it's not like that short notice because he was in camp and was ready to fight. I don't know why that fight got canceled. I don't know if it was Zalal's side or the UFC just scrapping the fight in general, or I don't know what happened on there, or passports or what. But, yeah, he's flying all the way to London from Mexico. And I don't know, man. It's a lot of travel where if it was in America, I'd give him way more of a better chance. Taha's been a little bit, of an up-and-down career. He's 2-3 in the UFC. But he's fought good guys, man. Yeah, I don't know. Give me Taha. He has a more experienced, better fighter, in my opinion. But, man, Quinonez, I think he could be something in the UFC. He looked well in the Contender Series, and I don't think he's going to get cut off a loss or anything like that. I think he's going to be, have a good UFC career. But definitely I'm going with the veteran, Khalid Taha.
Next up in the lightweight division, we have Benoit Saint-Denis, 9-1, a minus 200 versus Gabriel Miranda, 16-5, the slight underdog at plus 150.
I'm all over Saint-Denis here. I think he's safe everywhere in this fight, and I don't think that Miranda poses a threat anywhere. I mean, obviously, guys, we all know he's a submission specialist. This guy pulls guard all over the place. He reminds me of Ryan Hall, but a little worse. His striking is bad, but juice is really good. He's really, he has no problem playing on the ground off his back. Whereas Denis, 1-1 his UFC fight, he got absolutely battered in his first UFC fight. That ref that got fired mid-event because he didn't call the fight. That was bizarre. But yeah, he has heart, man. This guy's in there, he's not gonna fold and tap or something. Well, it'd be funny if he does get tapped because he's fighting a submission specialist. But no, I'm all over Denis here. I think he's a better fighter overall. Yeah, and like I said, guys, this guy's either submission or bust. He's like Derek Lewis, but on the ground. He needs a submission, or else, yeah, he's probably gonna lose. So give me Denis here, and I will say shout out to the Special Forces. Denis is in the, or well, I don't know if he was in the French Special Forces. I think that's really cool. So yeah, give me some Denis.
Next up in the middleweight division, we have Nassourdine Imovov, the Russian sniper, 11-3, a minus 250 versus Joaquin Newmanson. What does that even mean? Anyways, 15-4 at a plus 210.
And I like Nassourdine Imovov here. I think that he's a better overall fighter here. And I will say the only thing that I think Buckley has over him is the power, man. Buckley is a super dangerous fighter. Obviously has power throughout the whole fight. And he's looked good in his last couple of fights. He's on a 3-5 winning streak. He actually beat me, man. We lost money on him when he fought Abdul Haqparast. It's a hard name to pronounce. It was a crazy fight. One of them, I thought for sure one of them was going to get finished, but neither of them did. Dude, Martin, we actually lost money betting against Buckley when he had the Detroit Urban Survival guy in the corner. And I was like, dude, that's one of our worst losses we've ever had, dude. That was terrible. But Imovov, dude, yeah, he's good. They gave him Shabazian, and I thought that was a little bit of a stretch because Shabazian's young, and I don't think that Win ages very well because I don't rate Shabazian that high. And then, you know, he did lose to Phil Haas. He's lost 3 times in his career, but he's never been finished, and he's never been knocked out. So I do think this is going to go over 1.5 rounds, and I think that Imovov is going to win here, either finish this fight late or win a decision. Like I said, I think he's better overall everywhere, and if he does get, you know, clipped or hurt, he can, you know, use his wrestling to try to get this either in the clinch or on the ground. So I think he's going to be safe for you all around. I think that price is fair and maybe a parlay piece, but all he has to do is not get knocked down in that first round, which is obviously like a super casual thing to say considering, you know, Buckley is. Dude, his knockout over Input Kasaganai was one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen. But for sure, I'm going with Imonov, man. I'm riding with him, and I might parlay him with someone else later on in the card.
Next up in the lightweight division, we have Faraz. You better not smile or he'll kill you, Ziam. 12-4 at a plus 165 versus Michael Figlak, who seems to be Figlacking on the E, and Michael 8-0 at a minus 200.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I'll be honest, guys. I did not taste study this fight. Do not care about this fight. I will say, though, judging from what I can remember about Ziam, he's not very good anywhere. He has pretty bad takedown defense. He does have a good win against Jamie Malarkey. He got finished against Terrence McKinney, but Terrence McKinney's really good. This other guy's making his debut out of Poland. He's 8-0. Ziam's actually only 25, and he has a lot of better experience against better opponents. I mean, I would assume he's fighting the UFC. He has, you know, 3, 4, or 5 UFC fights. But yeah, didn't tape study. Didn't have enough time to get to this fight, so I'm not going to go super in depth on the fight. But I'm picking Ziam. Give me the guy with more experience as a favorite fighting in Paris, from Paris, or France, I think. Yeah, give me Ziam.
Next up in the middleweight division, we have Dustin Stoltzfus, 14-4 at a plus 210 versus Basupian Magomedov, 24-4 at a minus 260.
And I agree with that line, Warren. I do think that Magomedov is going to win here. And the one thing that I don't like is the activity, man. So he was in the PFL. He's a Dagestani guy raised in Germany. He's actually more of a striker. With a wrestler, you would think that he's a wrestler from Dagestan and stuff. No, yeah, good body kicks, good teep kicks, good, you know, good striking in general. But he got knocked out by Lewis Taylor. Lewis Taylor wins $1 million. Good for him. And then a couple months, like 4 months after that, he fights an 0-0 guy, and I was really like looking at his resume. I was like, what the hell? An 0-0 guy. Obviously finishes that guy really quickly. After that, doesn't fight for like 2 years, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of weird. And then after that, his last fight was I think 16 months ago, a year and either 6 months or a year and 8 months ago. So he hasn't fought a lot, and his activity is really low. But he did look good in the time when he was active in the PFL. I went back and saw a couple of his fights, and yeah, I like striking, and knowing that he does have that wrestling background, it makes me feel good going into the fight. Whereas Dustin Stoltzfus, man, we actually bet on him in his last fight, and we won against Dwight Grant. Dwight Grant was a way older fighter going up weight class, and Stoltzfus at that point was 0-3 and fighting for his job. So was Grant, and you know, we bet on the right guy there. And I just think that Magomedov is a step way above Grant. Although, you know, people like Rodolfo Vieira, Dawkins, you know, people that are beating Stoltzfus in the UFC are good UFC fighters. So it is kind of a little bit of red flag, or like, you know, kind of putting me off a little bit because you haven't seen this guy recently. But I do think that he's a better fighter. And if you look at the opponents that they were matching him with, they matched him against Gerald Merchart. That fight got canceled. And I feel like this guy has a lot of visa issues. But I think that the UFC, you know, has an idea that this guy's going to be pretty good. Put him on this card and, you know, get him a good showing. So give me Magomedov for sure. And I don't know if I'll be betting on him, but we'll see.
Next up, in the featherweight division, we have Charles Air Jourdain, 13-5, the minus 135, versus Nathaniel the Prospect Wood, 18-5 at a plus 115. And Effie, do we have any action?
As of right now, no, but I am getting real close to betting Charles Jourdain here at that price. Now, guys, I think that Charles Jourdain is the better overall MMA fighter. But the thing is, there's a lot of factors going against him. For one, the travel. He's going across the ocean to fight. For two, he fought not that long ago. For three, he took a lot of damage in that fight, and that was a pretty taxing fight against a good guy in Shane Burgos. But I will say, he has a size advantage. Fought better guys. Both these guys are, relatively young. I guess you could call them prospects, but Nathaniel Wood, we all know his story, dude. I'm a big Nathaniel Wood fan, and that sucks because, like, in this fight, because I want to go to the window with him, but I do think that he's too hittable. He was hittable at 135. Those guys are really fast. Jourdain, fought before at 155. Now down at 145. Looks way better at 145. And I do think that he's going to be able to use his striking ability here to clip Nathaniel Wood and win a decision. Both guys are super durable, but it's one of those fights where I think the crowd's going to be in it. Nathaniel Wood's from that area, same place, same gym as Leon Edwards. These guys are gonna have a crowd, this fight at night type fight. It's gonna be fireworks, so all the volume in this fight, could lead to someone getting clipped and finished. But I don't know, man. I think that Jourdain's super durable, and so is Wood, man. I will say, as far as the grappling in this fight, I do think that Wood has shown to be a better grappler, and even if you watch Jourdain's last fight, Burgos did, effectively win a lot of grappling minutes there and won a close decision. We did have Burgos, so we got kind of lucky there, in my opinion. I thought it could have gone either way. But Jourdain, I don't think he's going to get controlled on the mat here by Wood. Wood is a natural smaller guy, like I said. He's fighting up at featherweight. This will be a second fight at featherweight. And, yeah, man, so at that line, I'm really tempted to bet Jourdain. Man, second weight cut in, I think, 2 months, maybe less, 6 weeks maybe. It's going to be tough on his body, but, yeah, I like Jourdain, and I might have to ride here on the bet with him.
Next up in the featherweight division, we have William Jaguar Gomis, 10-2 at a -210 versus Jarno Errens, 13-3 at a +180.
Now, these both guys are making their UFC debut, and I had to go, look up these guys' fights. Obviously, I haven't ever seen him fight. And when I was watching Gomis's fights, I thought, okay, I'm gonna bet against this guy. This guy's pretty green, I guess you could say. Good striking, good kicks. He has really good body kicks. But dude, when he throws his strikes, for one, he fights with his hands really low. Two, he throws more of like a one punch kind of guy. He's like a one punch, one kick, one hook kind of guy. Whereas Jarno, he throws in volume more. He throws in combinations. But I will say Jarno, he like leaps into his punching. It was funny when the first fight I saw on him, he uppercuts this guy into the shadow realm. And he looked good. I was like, oh man, this guy's striking's pretty good. But then a couple other fights I saw from him, he has a really bad habit of getting taken down super easily. He gives up takedowns real bad, and when he gets taken down, it's almost one of those things where it only takes one per round. Not the best guy at getting up. Jiu-jitsu is not very good. Defensive grappling is not very good at all. Yeah, his striking is good, and he has 5-round cardio. I watched one of his fights. He has won 5 rounds. Good power on his shots, but like I said, yeah, he's really good at throwing that volume. In the clinch, he's okay, can reverse positions on the clinch, whereas Gomis is really good on the clinch and, has really nasty elbows against the clinch along the cage, a good knees, and he's pretty good on the ground, obviously. He's finishing a lot of his fights. I think 10 of his wins, either 8 or 9 of them are finishes, somewhere along the lines. But yeah, the line is a little bit wide, Gomis being the favorite, that badge on a UFC debutant. But I think the UFC knows what they're doing. This guy's fighting at Cyril Gane's gym. He actually was supposed to open the card, and this got bumped up to the main card, which I thought was kind of weird. But yeah, man, give me Gomis. But don't feel that confident. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets sparked right here because his hands are so low. But the type of fighter that Jarno is, he's going to be walking forward, going to be pushing the pace, going to be pushing the center of the cage. Whereas that's the type of fighter, in my opinion, that Gomis is going to kind of invite and look for a counter. Obviously, like I said, he throws one punch when he throws the strikes. He doesn't really throw in combination. So give me Gomis, but that line's way off, man. I don't blame anyone for betting on Jourdain. I don't know how to say his name. Yeah, Gomis.
Next up in the lightweight division, we have Nasrat Haqparast, 13-5, a -200 versus John the Bull Makdessi, 18-7 at a +170.
Now, I'll be honest, dude, I really wanted to bet on John here, but I'm not going to, man. He's 37 years old, coming off surgery. But, dude, he has the experience advantage, and in my opinion, in his last fight, he looked really good against a really good opponent. I do rate Ignacio pretty well, and, he looked great in that fight. Good, when there was a war, and he came out on top. Obviously, been in the UFC a long time, but dude, that age is something I can't ignore. Whereas Nasrat, he hasn't looked the best, I'll be honest, guys. But he is fighting good guys. Drew Dober's a good guy, good fighter. Dan Hooker's a good fighter. Bobby Green's a really good fighter, and they all beat him pretty easily. It was weird to see Dan Hooker out wrestle him. But yeah, in the Bobby Green fight, he did, I believe, break his hand or have some sort of hand injury coming off surgery. It is Nasrat. So he is a young fighter guy, and in my opinion, he does probably have the power advantage in the striking. But John should have the volume if it's still there after the post-surgery at 37 years old. But, I mean, I did see a tweet from John saying that his luggage got left behind, or like he couldn't get his luggage in Paris when he landed. I'm like, damn, fuck, that sucks. The last time this happened, when a fighter had to go overseas and their luggage got lost, was Ioana Jacek, and we all know what happened to her. She got straight slept by Weili, but she retired after. Maybe John's 37 years old, maybe he retires too after. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I can't feel that confident in Nasrat here. I do think he's gonna win. I do like him as a fighter, but you know, he just didn't really have an answer for Bobby Green. And if someone can put on the volume on him like that again, I don't know, man. It is a little different when you're fighting there injured with a broken hand. So maybe that would have changed things. But he is a favorite for a reason here. A younger fighter. UFC's probably giving him a favorable matchup here, considering the level of opponents they gave him before. So give me Nasrat to win via decision or late finish.
Next up in the middleweight division, we have Alessio Manso de Trico, 13-6 at a -115 versus Roman Kopylov, 8-2 at a near even -105.
Now, I'll be honest, guys, I didn't get in time to watch any tape on this fight, so this is all off memory. I know Trico got slept by Hassan in his last fight. He also slept Buckley, who's also on this card, with a nasty head kick. He also lost to Kevin Holland, I believe. I believe he's 1-4 in his last 5, whereas the other Russian, this other dude, is 0-2 and lost to Duryev, which is, Duryev's pretty good, not that good. And then Roberson, and we got Ashok Roberson. I remember that fight. That was not good. He did not look good. Yeah, this guy's on a 2-5 losing streak. The other dude just got slept about a year ago. Don't have that strong of an opinion. The odds are really close, but give me the Russian guy. I'm not impressed by Alex here. Chirico, I say his last name. But yeah, give me the Russian guy. Don't have much of an opinion. Not going to bet this fight. Didn't get in time to tape it, so off the top of my dome or my memory, give me the Russian dude.
In the co-main event, taking place in the middleweight, we have Robert the Reaper Whitaker, 23-6, a -230, versus Marvin the Italian Dream Vittori, 18-4 at a +195.
And dude, this is the people's main event. I'm so pumped for this fight, and it's gonna be dope because me and you are in Vegas, so this is gonna be like around the middle of the day. Man, yeah, dude. So I love Robert Whitaker, Bobby Knuckles in this fight. I think he wins decision. I think this fight goes over. I don't think either guy's gonna get finished. I mean, for once, Marvin Vittori has never been dropped in the UFC. He's never been finished. He's been knocked out. Or I think he's been finished, but he's never been knocked out. But guy has a crazy chin. He has a huge-handed, crazy chin. He's a good fighter himself. But I do think that Rob obviously has fought better fighters, has experience on his side, fought 5 rounds, has the cardio. Just a better overall fighter everywhere, in my opinion. Vittori is going to look to have this fight in the clinch and maybe on the ground. But even if he does get Rob down, I don't think he's going to be able to hold him down. And whereas I think Rob... Really, I do think that's his only path to lose. Getting held on the ground and losing minutes on the ground repeatedly in multiple rounds. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's faced far better wrestlers, credentialed wrestlers than Vittori. They have a confident opponent, Israel Adesanya. Vittori obviously didn't get finished either time. Rob got finished that first time. A lot of people thought he won that second one, but I thought Izzy won that fight pretty clear. But man, dude, like, he's a legit fighter. That's why I said, like, I don't think he's going to get finished by Vittori. So if you're going to bet either guy, bet him decision. I do think that Rob decision is +100 right now, so you take a -225, -230 guy down at +100. So I think that is his most likely path to victory. It is kind of a casual take. It's not like a hot take or anything, but yeah, dude, Vittori is legit. But I'm not going to bet on a guy that's out here wearing his shorts on backwards. Who you got, Martin?
Now, before I even saw the odds, I kind of guessed the odds, right? And I was pretty close, which, I like to have that feelings, which lets me know I'm on the right path, and I'm all over Martin Vittori. I think having the slight edge is going to give him the win in this, just a little bit slight reach, him being just a little bit younger, and I think him being just a little bit bigger, I think it's enough to get him a win via decision. I mean, guys, I was waiting to bet on the line, seeing if it can climb up, and it has climbed up a little bit. You can get these odds at over 200. So, like Effie said, if you're gonna bet this, bet a decision. Is there gonna be a nasty knockout? There could be. I think it comes from Marvin more than Robert.
Well, that's a hot take.
So, give me Marvin Vittori via decision.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Yeah, I'm going with Rob. I'm on the other side. We're going head-to-head, but I will say, full disclosure, guys, if you're a fan of this show, my boy Martin is the underdog whisperer. You heard that? That's a dog bargain. That's Martin talking about the dogs, bro. You bet Bilal Muhammad.
I think I'm undefeated on my underdog pick.
Yeah,
so when I've had that feeling,
yeah,
we've hit.
Yeah, but not this time, bro.
Not the Kai one and Brandon.
Yeah, well, we hit on Brandon when he fought Figgy. Or no, we hit Figgy against Brandon, I believe. a decision
Yeah.
or some shit like that. But whatever. Back in the old days. But yeah,
I think
so-
my streak ended when I picked Kai to beat Brandon.
yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, I had Brandon all day. I had him be a decision. He went out and finished him. I was like, fuck, dude. Kai was looking good right there before he got knocked out. His eye, Reino's eye was getting all messed up.
But you think Robert has a better chance of knocking out Marvin? Because I saw you made a little comment there.
Yeah, because Marvin, who has he knocked out ever? Right? He has pillow has pillow hands. He's like a bigger version of Colby Covington. He has no pop. He has volume, like he has crazy volume, good striking and everything, but like he can't drop anybody. He can drop you, bro. But dude, which is funny, Rob has been dropped in like 4 straight fights. Izzy dropped him the first time. Till dropped him, which I totally forgot when I watched that fight back. I was like, oh shit, he dropped him in that first round. Cannonier dropped him, but Cannonier got his ass kicked. Cannonier broke his arm blocking kicks from Whitaker. That's how hard this guy kicks. And then
I also think that Marvin's on like he's still on that title run thing. I think some fighters, when they have their title shot, they tend to go the other way around rather than right back up. I still see that drive at Marvin where I think he still wants that title shot again, and I think he'll be there.
You know what I like about Marvin? Well, first of all, he has balls, dude. He fucking took Paulo Costa after Paulo Costa was like, I'm not making weight, and that's your problem. I was like, what the hell? And then he went 5 rounds and, didn't get knocked out, bro. He's not getting knocked out by a 205-pound Paulo Costa. I don't think that Robert Whitaker's gonna knock him out. Robert Whitaker hasn't knocked out anyone in 5 years. But yeah, dude, Marvin's younger, like you said. A man kind of weird, and it's in his like little part of the world, not part of the world, like area. He's gonna be the home favorite. But it's funny, Rob should be the fan favorite. So I'm interested to see who the crowd's gonna be cheering on for.
In the main event, in the heavyweight division, we have Cyril Gane, 10-1, the minus 550, the heavy favorite, versus Ty Bam Tuivasa, 15-3, a heavy underdog at a plus 400.
Nah, dude, right away, right off the bat, I gotta say, man, I hate seeing these odds, especially at heavyweight. One punch and the fight could be over. I mean, dude, those odds are insane. But I get it, dude. Cyril Gane, in my opinion, is probably the best heavyweight prospect I've ever seen in my short time watching the sport or whatever. Dude, this guy is a beast, man. He's so quick, so fast. He can do it all, except for defensive wrestling, man. He got taken down 3 straight rounds against Francis Ngannou to lose a heavyweight title. I thought he was going to win that fight. I picked him to win that fight. I bet on him to win that fight. But yeah, man, I don't think Tai Tuivasa is going to come out here and be spamming takedowns at all against Cyril Gane. I think that Ty's best chance here is to knock him out, obviously, but he's really good, man, at closing, like cutting guys off, closing the octagon, space, and getting guys up against the cage and knocking them out there. He doesn't really knock out guys in exchanges, like in the middle of the octagon. It's more of like either he's getting hurt in a counter, like a flurry, or he has the other guy along the cage. But dude, Cyril Gane's so smart, so good defensively. He's fought Derek Lewis, he's fought Francis Ngannou, didn't get knocked out by either guy. He's never been dropped. But yeah, that wrestling showcase in his last fight did not impress me at all. Or it really let me down, I should say. But I don't think that's going to happen here. I actually think that Cyril Gane's going to get it done early. Maybe the second or third round. So that over 2.5 rounds right in the middle of, like, I don't know which way I'm going to go. Because, obviously, he's not going to spark him in the first round. But maybe Ty does. And I think that he's going to chop him down kind of like he did Derek Lewis. And wear him down, get him out of there where the crowd's going to be going crazy behind him. Tai Tuivasa is a good fighter, man. He's been knocking out. He's on a run here, knocking guys out. Looked great against Derek Lewis. I had money on Derek Lewis and lost money against him there. But man, knocking out Greg Hardy is not that impressive to me. Hunsucker, not that impressive. My opinion, Gane is just on a different level, bro. What do you got?
Now you made a comment earlier of the odds, and because this is a betting show, I just wanted to follow up on that of, him being a plus 400, like you said, it just, this takes one punch. Like, why would you give someone, especially with Ty on the run he's been on at a plus 400? Well, what would you take him at? Plus 100, I wouldn't. Plus 200, I wouldn't lay no money. 3, still wouldn't. 4, now we're talking. Now we're talking enough money to where the public lay enough money. They have it right. A lot of money's coming in on Gane. That's why he's gone up, minus 550, a little bit more than the plus 400. But I think it's going to be, Cyril Gane. I think you're going to see him, he's going to be smart. They're not going to go into where Ty is in, where with the clinch or grappling. They're going to keep a distance. You're going to see a lot of leg kicks. You're going to see a lot of, southpaw striking from Cyril Gane. Just enough to keep the distance. And I think he's going to play it smart. I think they know the power that Ty can bring. And I think it's going to go all 5 rounds.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to take Cyril
Really?
Gane.
Decision.
Yeah, via decision. Yeah.
Dude, I bet those odds are nice, bro. That's
Right.
that's surprising. Yeah, he doesn't really have like one punch knockout crazy power, right? He has more volume, and he kind of wears you down from there. He kind of just depletes you.
I think it's gonna be like what we saw with similar to him versus Derek Lewis. You know, we thought we were gonna see some swinging and banging, but it was more of just being smart and keeping the distance.
Then he finished him.
Yeah, finished him late, but not like nasty finish.
Yeah,
a TKO.
And I will say,
actually, that could happen to Ty. I see that too, actually.
But bro, he's a guy. Say he's Samoan, bro. They're hard to knock out. They don't get knocked out. Like he's like just like Mark Clint. He did trade with Mark Clint. Like those Samoans, those Mexicans, you gotta be careful betting on them to get knocked out. So that's a good little.
The thing that concerns me is Ty doesn't take his training camps 100% serious, and I saw that with the Derek Lewis one. I mean, and so that kind of like laughing during warm up, laughing around in the laughing, and you can't do that with someone like Cyril Gane.
Yeah,
he's so. I take that back on decision. I think I do see a TKO probably. I would say round 3. So I would say round 3, and I'll take the over too.
Over 2.5 rounds.
Yeah.
All right, so he has to get it done in the last 2.5 minutes of the third round. But dude, I think Ty has a good camp. He trains over there at Tiger Muay Thai, good ass gym, dude. And then he goes to Abu Dhabi. I don't know what the hell he does in Abu Dhabi. Where
he doesn't take it serious. Like we gotta watch the embedded. Like,
bro, dude, did you know that he weighs? Or did you watch Ariel's show? He weighs 277 pounds right now. Dude, like he has to cut weight for heavyweight. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Like I thought he was slimming down. I thought he was getting slimmer throughout his career, but no, it's fucking fat as hell.
Remember, he's not there to win. That you gotta understand that he's there just to bang. And like he made the comment on Ariel, like I don't know why people make a big deal. It's just two dudes going in to fight in a ring. Like he's just there to make fat checks, and which good for him. He is.
Made it, yeah.
He's got nothing to lose. Well, he's got a lot of directions to go if from here, win or lose.
Yeah, dude, main
big
event,
money fight.
Main event, Paris, dude, the first UFC fight in Paris, bro. Like
Paris,
bro, Paris.
Paris.
So yeah, man. So I would do that. I'm going second round. I think it's done a little earlier, Cyril, just because I don't know. I think crazy stuff happens at these types of events where it's overseas. The crowds are they're real crazy. I think he gets him done in the second round. But
I do think it's in the third round, but past the over. I think it's late third.
Hell yeah, dude. So with that, let's get right into our official bets for UFC Paris. So far, we have one bet for UFC Paris. It's a 2-leg parlay at -105 odds. The legs being Robert Whittaker at -225 and Imovov at -275. I think both these guys win their fight pretty easily. I'm not worried about them losing. I am probably going to bet on that decision prop by Whittaker, man, because I do think that if he is going to win the fight, he is going to win via decision. Like I said, he hasn't finished anyone in 5 years. And then Imovov, I think he's better everywhere than Buckley. Like I said, I don't think that one thing that Buckley does better than Imovov is have that power. He's a pretty explosive guy, but I think Imovov is good enough not to get clipped, man. He's has 3 professional losses, never been finished one time, never been knocked out, I should say. But yeah, man, I feel good about those 2 bets. We'll see how many more bets I have throughout the week. But yeah, man, I'm banking my night on Whittaker. What about you, man?
Like I said, I love Marvin Vettori. It's one of those underdog feeling picks I'm getting, and I'm gonna lay some actual dinero on him. And for the main event, I'm taking Cyril Gane. Taking the over, and I'm taking late in round 3.
Man, dude, and there you have it, the underdog whisperer going against our only bet we have, and that's not a good look considering we're on a 3-week losing streak, and we're trying to win, and we have our guy Martin going against this, but he is the underdog whisperer, so that doesn't make me feel very good. And you know what else doesn't make me feel very good, bro? Is how you said we got cited by the Better Betting Bureau. What did they say?
I mean, look, man, we're getting a bunch of complaints for them, and they said, hey, you guys better start offering some stuff to your fans, man. That losing streak's not looking good. You're saying you got all these good picks and stuff, so it's we're offering $50 to whoever can comment the card correctly. So from here on out, so all you gotta do to enter is go into comments and comment each fighter's last name, and if he gets it right, the entire card, $50.
Dang, so the whole card they have to get right.
The whole card you have to get right.
All right, well, dang, that's gonna be hard, man.
We'll see who'll be the first one in any action.
Yeah, right.
To get that, and we'll continue to do it.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm gonna enter myself into that, and if I win, you owe me $50.
Okay, and I'm gonna enter myself too, and if I win, wait.
I'll give you $50. Yeah. Absolutely. We'll see. Let's see if we can beat the viewers.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for guys watching. Yeah, thanks for coming back. Joining us for Any Action Sportscast. We're gonna probably do either a stream Friday or Saturday for college football. But yeah, man, good luck on your bets. Let us know what you think about our picks. See you guys next week. Peace.